Good morning, great people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., and it's another brand new week. Another brand new week. It's Monday, y'all. It's Monday. Hope everybody had a great, enjoyable, fun weekend. For all the brothers out there that are fathers, that are mentors, that have stepped into that spot of having young men, young women look up to you, that you do things for, that you step in for. We appreciate you. We love you. We respect you. Happy Father's Day. Wanted to get that out, but then also, too, happy Juneteenth. Hopefully, folks understand the meaning of Juneteenth, and it should not be slighted. We want you to take the time today to learn your history, to learn about history, what it tells us about us. And I always say this, that our history started way before we came on the shores of this country. So understand that our history did not start when we came over here, when we were on the bottom of the boats. Our history started way before then. We were great men, great women, great kings, great queens before we came here. But understand that Juneteenth, freedom isn't just a word. It's more than just a physical absence of a stranglehold. Freedom is also where our mind is. As entrepreneurs, as leaders, we have to be careful, or we must be careful and mindful, and understand that being an entrepreneur is certain freedom. It gives us the ability to be able to do things that others might not have the ability to be able to do. As a leader, you are looked up to be able to give people the ability to be able to move forward in their lives and be able to have access to something that they might not have otherwise have access to. That's what entrepreneurship and leadership is about. So take the time today on this Juneteenth. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, look it up. Take the time to read up on it and understand what it meant to this country, to us, and to people. I challenge you to do that today on this Juneteenth. But here we grow again. And yes, I did say grow, Grow. Here we grow again in the brand you. The brand you. And in this development series, in this development university that I have, whether it's the podcast that I do, whether it's these lives that I do, I hope to give you knowledge, information, and resources that allows you to, that teaches you something, that equips you with something, and that impacts you to want to do something. That is my mission, my purpose, my goal in doing what I do. I want you to come away every week with some principles that you can implement into your daily life, that they become a part of your daily lifestyle. They become a part of your lifestyle, not just something that you may hear or listen to and then you gone on and forgot about it. I want you to take these tools, take this information, the knowledge, and I want you to be able to use it to make you better, because that's my mission. My purpose is to make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. Told you, slight edge theory. 1% better each and every day. And within a year, or by a year's time, 365 days, you're 365% better. That's what we do. So this week, what we doing this week? What we got this week? This week, it's the brand new series, of course. It's the brand new development, but it's and this is gonna be 2 weeks, y'all. Again, I got another series for y'all. Yeah, I'm giving you 2 weeks now. So, 2 weeks. The 10 elements of customer service mastery. Many, as entrepreneurs, as leaders, one of the things that myself and one of my business associates, Tanya Lewis, and I'm hoping she and I will be doing this customer service summit that we did last year. But we want to focus on customer service, and the reason I say that and I want to focus on that is because one of the reasons why our businesses are not successful, and what I'm seeing in this 21st century, why these businesses have the customer service level has gone down, and I'm talking from Amazon to Walmart to Target to any of the Fortune 500 companies that you may use, and why they're closing down businesses, why you see a lot of bookstores closing, is because of customer service. So what is it about customer service that is failing in this 21st century? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about these elements that you need as an entrepreneur, as a leader, in order to be able to be successful. This week we're going to talk about the customer service system. What customer service system do you have in place already, or do you need to have in place? We're going to talk about the before, the during, the after, and we're going to talk about your attitude this week. We're going to talk about your attitude. Yes, the attitude of you and the attitude of those that work with you, that work for you, work alongside you. We're going to talk about those things this week because it's vital if you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur, if you're going to be successful as a leader. So what I want to talk about today, we're going to talk about the customer service system. And every aspect of your business as an entrepreneur, you should have a system in place. We've said it before, I've gone through it before. What systems do you have in place that will allow you to be able to be as productive and as profitable as a business? If you don't have the systems in place, I promise you're not going to be successful. But you've got to have those systems in place. And one of those vital systems is customer service. What customer service system do you have in place? And we're going to talk about that this week. What is it that you do from the initial contact with someone all the way to and through the follow-up? That's what I should have put on there. Should have put the follow-up. The follow-up. There should be. Can you tell me right now, as an entrepreneur, that you have a way of taking from a customer all the way to a client? You have a system in place from a customer service base where you're connected with them the whole way through. Can you honestly say that? If you do, that's phenomenal. It's excellent. I think you are outstanding. But I promise you, the majority of the folks that I'm talking to don't have that customer service system in place. So, what do we need to do? We have to put that customer service system in place. And what I mean by that is, how are you gaining your customers? And before you even think about getting customers, you've got to think about what that process looks like for you, for them going all the way through. Because what happens is we get this influx of customers, but we don't know what to do with them, and we wind up dropping the ball on them, and we lose them as clients. Prime example, they call it the Oprah effect, right? Where she's endorsed certain books from her book club, she's had certain people on her show, all of those great things, and there's this great uptick in the increase of customers that these people get as a result of being connected with Miss Winfrey. And a lot of people aren't ready to handle that volume of clients or customers. So before you even start, you want to make sure that you have the system in place. How how are you going to connect with the clients? And as we talked about, the language that you're going to use to be able to talk to those particular clients that you have, or the customers that you're trying to gain. Put you in front of that target audience, having that marketing plan, having that branding strategy. Do you have that system in place? Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're communicating with? So when you sit down, yes, your homework this week is to think about the system that if you have the system, great. And you may even need to do some tweaking to the system. This is the middle of the year. We're in June. So you can do the assessment of your business and your systems to see if they are working the way that they should be working. They're operating and doing what it is that they're supposed to be doing. But if you don't have the customer service system in place, then let's start to think about putting that system in place so that you can, what that does is it's going to create a healthy work environment. It's going to allow you to be able to maximize your productivity. And we'll get into that next week. But this week, let's talk about the system itself and sitting down, making sure that you have the whole process walked out and worked out, so that you know from beginning to end what you want your customers to experience. What's that customer service experience look like? That's your system that you're creating. What experience do you want them to have? And you've got to your system goes about creating that experience that you want. So take a look at that. How are you getting referrals? Are you getting people that will, are you doing advertisement? Are you getting, folks that will see you at networking events? How is it that people are going to be able to see you? And then once you have that connection with them, how do you get them into your business ecosystem? How do they become a part of your business ecosystem? Taking them from customers all the way to clients. That's what you're going to look at today. That's what you're going to look at part of what you'll look at this week. That this is the first thing. That's the first piece that you must look at. What do I do? What am I doing as far as a customer service system? Do I even have one? If I have one, then I want to do a genuine assessment of it and see if it's working. Or do I have some things that I need to kind of tweak in it? One of the things I was watching, of course, yesterday, I was watching the engineers that built America and the food that built America yesterday. And each of the entrepreneurs, each of the companies that were talked about yesterday, they had systems in place. They developed systems to make what it was that they were doing more efficient. They made it, their systems that they had in place gave them the ability to be able to mass produce, to be able to create and stabilize a customer base. That's why most of them are Fortune 500 companies right now, because they were able to put that customer service system in place that allowed them to be able to service the customers that they were looking at. I'm talking anywhere from Stouffer's, the frozen food, the fast food dinners, to microwaves, to refrigerators, those that created all of those systems that we have that made it possible for us to be able to be living the way that we live now, with the food that we're able to eat now because of these inventions and things like that, or the invention of the fast food and the Hungry Man dinner, dinners, those types of things that made us, that gave us, as consumers, something that we wanted, that we needed, that we felt we could, that made our lives easier. And it did, not as sure how healthy they are. They're not necessarily healthy, but it gave us a faster means of being able to eat and not have to totally depend on always cooking. But it gave us the ability to be able to have food within minutes and not long, and having to cook every single day. That gets to be, that can be cumbersome. And I love eating homemade food, but I do know that's time consuming when we're eating. We shouldn't be doing either one. You shouldn't be eating out every single day, nor should you be, I think you should be eating more homemade food than you should be fast food. Fast food maybe once or twice a week, if that, but the going to the market, having food that you can cook, but having the ability to be able to get that kind of food in the supermarket, even there's a customer service system to that. Because when we go to the market, we have our particular markets that we go to. We have our particular foods that we like to eat. There's a mindset to that has to do with customer service. Trust and believe you're not buying food from a company that you don't believe has your best interest at heart, right? You're not buying food from a company from a company that you don't believe that doesn't treat you well as a customer, as a client. You're not going to do it. One thing that I will say about systems, and I detest it with these Fortune 500 companies today. What they've done is they've gone away from the customer service element. Anytime that I can't talk to a human person on the phone, and I'll say this, and for those that want to talk about AI, and I get it. There's a certain aspect, a certain element that AI plays in customer service, but there's also, understand this, and I'm telling every entrepreneur and every leader, there's a human element. There's a human element to customer service that no technology will be able to replace. So understand that. So as entrepreneurs and as leaders, the customer service element, this customer service system, should involve a human element. You should be a part of that human element. The people that work with you or that work for you should be a part of that human element, and the way that people get treated. They should be able to cordially speak to someone about their problem or their issue. And when that is taken away, that takes away from the customer service system. I just think that's one of the drawbacks of technology. It has taken away from us that human element of customer service and provide that human touch of providing human service to businesses. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses don't realize or haven't realized the importance of the human customer service. Not just customer service. Oh, all right, if you have this problem, press 1. If you have this problem, press 2. If you have this problem, press 3. If you have a problem, press 4. You can't even get to an agent anymore to be able to talk to someone. What kind of customer service system is that? Where my issue, the problem that I'm having needs a human element to it, because it's beyond what the technology system can understand. That's what people aren't getting. That's what the Amazons aren't getting. That's what these telephone companies that we use aren't getting. They've gotten away from that human element where, wow, this person may have an issue that a computer can't solve. Or they don't have it. You can't program it. You can't program certain things. And it's all over what we use on a daily basis. So make sure that in your customer service system, that a part of that customer service system is a human element. That's all I'm saying. Make sure that when you develop your customer service system, or if you already have a customer service system, ask yourself, does it have a human element to it? If it doesn't, then you need to see how that becomes a part of it. If you developing one, then you want to make sure that it is a part of it, because I promise you, you'll gain more clients, you'll gain more customers by making sure that the human element is a part. And that's not just external. I'm not talking about people that just buy your products. I'm talking about internal, because we have external and internal customers. Your internal customers are those that work with you, that work for you. It may be your business partner. What customer service system do you all have in place to be able to get things done? They may need you to do certain aspects of the job, just like you need them to do certain aspects of the job. And if we aren't doing it and we aren't effectively communicating with that system that we have in place, that customer service system, we won't be efficient. We won't be able to be as productive as we want to be, or could be, and should be. And even as an entrepreneur, you're going to have people that work for you. So how are you treating the people that work for you? Can they come to you and talk to you about issues that they might be having? Do you even act concerned? Or are you like the technological systems that we have, and it's just about, hey, information in, get it out, boom, you don't care? Where's the human element to the internal customer that you have? We're going to be talking about this all week, y'all. All week, because it is customer service should be I'm talking top 2 priority for you as an entrepreneur, as a leader. It's a must. And if you have the wrong people in these customer service positions, it can ruin your business. It will ruin your business. I promise you. You won't be in business you won't be in business long if you don't have that customer service system in place. If you don't have that human element to your customer service system. So that's what we're doing this week. We're focusing on these 10 elements. And the foundation of it must be, starts with the customer service system. Do you have one? Have you done an assessment of it? And then how can you make it better? How can you be better at your customer service that you provide, both internal and external? What systems do you have in place to make it better? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. It's Monday. It's going to be a great, shiny day. Get out, get some fresh air, take a quick walk during your afternoon. It's supposed to be pretty hot today, so you might want to get out early to do the walk, get your exercise in. And like I said, take the time today to read up on Juneteenth if you aren't aware of what it means. Do something that has to do with the knowledge, information that you can gather about Juneteenth, but then also take the time and see how your customer service system is impacting who you are, what you are, how you do as a business and a brand. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.